Muted. Hello. Can you all see me and can you all hear me? Welcome back to Leeds lately. Obviously, I took a little bit of a break over the international break. Not much in terms of Leeds stuff going on. I've got a lot of stuff going on with renovations on the house and all that sort of thing. So I sort of take a little bit of a break, but we're back now because Leeds are back. Not long to go on the end of this season. Just watching some of the goals back from that last game when we played against Swansea, you know, when we were really having to come back and win at the death. So hopefully it's more plain sailing than that game was for us today. Somebody just let me know if you can hear me or see me. If you can, that's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, of course, as well. I don't think it's directly on the date, but of course, they're never forgotten, and may they rest in peace to Chris and Kev as well, because obviously we haven't had any kind of content over the time period where we remember those, and yeah, it's just good to mention them. Yeah, of course, Swansea at home today, so an Elland Road fixture where I'm really, really hoping that Leeds will be able to get the job done. It's a big game, especially considering that Sheffield United won yesterday and last night they won. And let's have a little look at the Championship because Sunderland played today against Millwall and Burnley played today at home against Bristol City as well. Let's have a little look at the league table. Table. Here we go. So, of course, Sheffield United now 3 points ahead of us, but we have that game in hand. And Swansea City are currently down in 16th place on 44 points. Obviously, we're on 80 points, so almost double their points total. So you'd hope on paper that means that we'll have enough to get the job done. You never know though, so let's speculate. 3 o'clock kickoff. CB saying, of course, we're not used to this because usually we get moved around for TV, don't we? Welcome to all our Leeds Lately members. We've got Karen Curtin in the chat. We've got Robert Wetzel. We've got CB. And who else have we got? We've got Martin Sykes. There might be more than that. But of course, welcome to all our Leeds Lately members, and welcome, of course, to our non-Leeds Lately members as well. And I'm just looking forward to a big game. I think it's 5 at the back for Swansea today. Vigouroux in net, Key at right wing back. Then you've got Cabango, Fulton, and Darling as the 3 central defenders. Then you've got Timon left wing back as well. So those two might be able to, Timon and Key might be able to get forward a little bit more and make it a back 3 when they're on the attack. But given how much Leeds will probably want to press them, I think we are going to have some issues breaking them down if they sit in that 5 at the back. In midfield for them is O'Brien, Cullen, and Franco, and then Delacroix and Ronald are the 2 strikers. Yeah, look, it's I'm a bit nervous about this because we've had a little bit of a break, and now I'm just kind of thinking like we've got to try and get this. Got to try and get this over the line now, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to crunch time every time we say that. So I'm just really hoping that Leeds can actually get this win. I'm just checking something. Sorry. Jaden Bogle says he feels rested and ready for the final run-in now, so that's good news. Have I got any water in my bottle? Yes, plenty. Come on, Leeds. Yes, of course. Yes, we'll move on to the Leeds lineup now. If I press this button here on the stream deck, it should change. Yes, it does. So Leeds United lineup 4-2-3-1 as per usual, and then we've got Meslier in goal, Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, and okay, for some reason it's not X. That's not the lineup. Don't worry about that. For some reason, I did change it, but for some reason it's just not. Let me sort that for you. And we'll change it player by player so you can see who's come in. So I literally did the lineups as well. That's so annoying. So Sam Byram comes in that position there for Firpo. Tanaka comes out and Ampadu comes in. Oh, I nearly typed Ampadu comes in then. That wouldn't have been the right thing to put on there. Leeds United, let's have a look at our lineup. So Ampadu comes in for Tanaka. Aronson starts, not Nonto. And then it's actually Solomon, not Ramazani. So that lineup now should be correct. So. We'll do it again. 4-2-3-1 for Leeds, as per usual. Meslier in goal. Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, and Byram make up the back four. Rothwell and Ampadu are the two in midfield. Then you've got James, Aronson, and Solomon across the middle across the attacking midfield, and Joel Peru up front. Like Robert says, make sure you hit that like button, and also don't spoil the goals if and when a goal goes in for either team. Please don't let me know until I've reacted to it, because I won't have seen it and it'll spoil it for me. But that will be running on the little ticker at the bottom of the screen regardless. Now, I think I'm right in leaving top fan of the week to Aussie White, who was previously Kiwi White, for his $20 super chat. I think that's right. I think that's the most recent one. And yes, number of corners since we last scored directly from a corner goal. It's quite a low number now, isn't it? Yeah, only 26, because we reset it when we had Tanaka's against Sheffield, one of the Sheffield teams. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I think it might have been Sheffield United at the back post. John Garside saying big mistake starting with Ampadu. We'll have to see, won't we, in the opening sort of 10, 15 minutes of the game, whether we are progressive enough going forward in this game, because if we're not, there might need to be changes that have to be made. We are just about 5 minutes away from kickoff here. Now, I'm just sorting something. Hold on. Oh, I would have thought you could have done that. No, never mind. Never mind. Leeds are heading out on the pitch now, by the way, and are oh, hold on, I can do it. If you want to know where the if you want to know where the pets are today, that's where they are, behind me on the bed, but you can't see them on the camera. They are they are currently both curled up in a little ball, asleep. So hopefully, when I scream when Leeds scores, it doesn't upset people. It doesn't upset them too much. Thanks, Chazza. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I'll just show you the Swansea lineup again. So that's the Swansea lineup, 5-3-2. And then, of course, once you've had a look at that, I'll give you a few seconds. It's Leeds' lineup is a 4-2-3-1, and you can see it there on the screen. John Garside saying RIP Chris and Kev marching on together. Absolutely echo that sentiment, John, and thank you for being a member for 14 months as well. Really appreciate the continued support. We're not long away from kickoff now, just a couple of minutes here at Elland Road. So hopefully that, hopefully we're off before too long. I think there's going to be a minute's silence. Oh, it's it. Yeah, it's a minute's applause. I was just checking to see if there was a minute's silence or a minute's applause, because if it's a minute's silence, then I can observe that. But if it's a minute's applause, I can't really clap down the mic for a minute. But of course, I echo the sentiment, nevertheless. Welcome, everybody. Welcome who's joining. Everybody who's joining, welcome TJ, Ray, Music / Tim. Welcome, Chewy. I'm assuming you mean rested, but yeah, I probably agree with you, Jeff. Maybe Ampadu could have gone in there and played right centre back or something. I'm not sure, but Rodon and James play a lot of football, don't they? They really do get a lot of game time. Oh, first yawn. Not long now before we're off and underway here. Players just having a little bit of a huddle and getting ready to go. Ampadu, of course, brings the captain's armband back to his arm today. Just about to kick off here. Referees wait until exactly 3 o'clock. I mean, obviously, it's already 3 o'clock in real life, but there's obviously a bit of a delay on the feed. Go on, ref. I'm leaning my arm over to press the kickoff button here. Oh, we are underway. There we go. No, Burnley don't have an easy one, but we thought that about Sheffield United, to be honest. He's Rodon. Now Melier. This is always weird after coming back after an international break, isn't it? But looks weird. We've got a different sponsor today as well, by the way. Great ball by Dan James down the line for Bogle tries to get it across the box. Peru. Oh, it's blocked. Again. It's in. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Leeds have bundled it into the net after, 36 seconds? What a start that is. What a start that is. Oh. Shout Smithart. Shout out Smithart for becoming a member. Thank you so much for joining our community. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks to you. We'll leave that on the screen a little bit to give you your credit. But wow, Leeds just with a lot of Piru just shoots. And then Aronson eventually just puts it in the bottom corner after it bounces out to him. It was Aronson in the end. I couldn't actually tell the first time round watching it. It took a load of deflections and then Aronson just tackled it into the net essentially. Well, tell you what, that ain't a bad start, is it? Ain't a bad start at all. Leeds might be in again here, Here's Joel Peru inside the box. Back to Solomon, but you can't quite get there, and then it's cleared by Swansea. But Leeds can get it back. Here's Rodon. I think there's going to be a stoppage here because there's a foul on or at least one of their centre backs is down injured. Yeah, that is a perfect start, isn't it? Scoring after 36 seconds. Yeah, so Piru tries to play it back to Solomon, and then it's Ampadu has hurt Fulton, but Fulton was the one who went in for a sliding challenge on Ampadu, and Fulton's the one who came out worse on it. Maybe it was good luck, Smith. Yeah, Fulton's down and getting his calf checked and stuff. Yeah, true, Robert. I was at that game. And I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Like we're gonna do really well this season. Didn't turn out that way, but yeah, he's just bundled it in. Well, imagine if we beat all the Welsh teams 14-0 and had a load of Welsh players. We're like the Welsh national team. Is that the fastest goal we've scored? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know if it's the fastest goal we've scored this season even. Don't know. Someone let me know. Someone's got some sort of stat on that. They had 5 at the back, but I do think that they actually struggled because of having too many people at the back. Then they just couldn't get the ball away because there was so many of them all crowding around in the box that they weren't able to get anyone to actually get on the ball and clear it. Here's Rothwell. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Here's Dan James. Good ball down the line here for Rothwell. Now back to Bogle. Nice one. We'll leave that on the screen for a little bit, Pierre. Rodon. Now Dan James, chance to cross. Puts it into the box. And then Byram does a crazy shot from distance there. Goes way over the bar. Also, Firpo is on the bench then. He's not injured or anything. He's just been replaced by Byram. I'm not sure I understand that one, really. Unless it's just because of internationals and stuff. Sent along there by Vigouroux, the Swansea goalkeeper. Leeds won the ball back there, though, now Mellier's got it. Cross to Strauch. Yeah, but I just mean, I meant this season in terms of our fastest goal. Because that was 36 seconds, I think. Ooh, Dan James just trying to get past his man, but doesn't there. Cleared away here, and now Fulton, but still coming forward here at Swansea, but Rodon now can, against his old team, just shepherd the ball into touch. Norwich, we scored very early, yeah. Swansea coming down the left-hand side here, looking for a chance to cross. Strauch and Bogle both hounding him, and eventually they've just won the ball back. Here's Ampadu into the path of Bogle, sorry. Bogle's been tackled there. Andy Rose saying, how many what's that word? How many watts do Leeds need in the next 8 games to get over the line? Dedication, inspiration, anticipation, perspiration, sophistication. I can't remember. I knew a few games ago, but now how many games have we? Oh, hold on. So we're on 39 games, and there's how many in a championship season? There's 24 teams, so that's 48 games minus the 2 you can't play against yourself. So 46 games. So 7 games to go. And we only need 2 wins and a draw to get to 90 points. So I know it's not guaranteed anymore, is it? 90 points to go up. Ball into the penalty area from Swansea, headed away by Bogle. He's doing really well there. Done so well, Bogle there. But he gets himself a free kick. 3 wins and a couple of draws, I would say, maybe, to get promoted. Three wins and 2 draws puts us on like 94 points, doesn't it? I think it's very doable. It's very doable. Byram heads that one away, and that's going to be a throw in here to Swansea. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, and make sure as well, as it says on the screen at the bottom, don't tell me if a goal goes in at either end before I've reacted to it, because it'll spoil it. Fulton tries to play that ball forward, but it's going to roll all the way through to Meslier now. Goals saying that Solomon's goal against Norwich was 31 seconds. All right, so it doesn't quite beat the record then. It does look weird, doesn't it, with a different sponsor on the shirt. Here's Dan James. Bogle tries to play down the ball down the line for Dan James, but Dan James was wiped out there to stop his run. I don't know if we would want him anymore, Trev. I feel like we might look elsewhere if that was the case, if we do get promoted. Here's Rodon. Across to Rothwell now. Rothwell out wide here to Solomon. Solomon tries to play it into the box. I must say there is not really a there's not really been a kind of capitulation of Swansea's defence like what happened against Cardiff when we scored early and they just kind of fell apart. They have seemed pretty solid after that, which makes it seem like more of an anomaly than the rule that they will be terrible at defending. Some strange, like, full circle things happen, isn't there? Like Lewis O'Brien, that was we wanted to sign him, then he went to Forest, then he went to America to play with Click, then he played. Now he's come back down to the Championship and he's playing for Swansea against Leeds. We wanted to sign him when we were in the Premier League. Hopefully, Pierre. Hopefully. Here's Cabango. Aronson trying to he does really well there, Aronson. He was shoulder barged heavily by a couple of Swansea players and managed to keep the ball and retain possession. Got to give him credit when he does stay on his feet. If you're going to slag him off when he doesn't. 36 seconds, I think, Clive. Here's Dan James charging forwards. Oh, really poor ball there from James. He could have continued the attack. Rodon. Swansea have just been given a penalty for a shoulder barge from Rodon. Rodon has just put a normal shoulder challenge in, and apparently it's a penalty. I think he's jumped on the floor there, the attacker. Let me have a look at it again. I'm not sure. Oh, God. It's a very soft penalty, that. Very soft. But our lead is about to evaporate. Yeah, that's true, Mr. P. All things start somewhere, don't they? There's errors that lead to errors that lead to errors. Meslier saves it. Meslier saves it. Brilliant. Get in. Meslier has just dived across the bottom corner and saved it. Stays 1-0. It wasn't a terrible penalty. It was going in the bottom corner and it was hit with a decent amount of pace, but Meslier saved it. Now there's a corner kick for Swansea, and referee's having a word with a couple of players for pushing on each other. I don't think that's technically true, John B. I don't think anybody's relaxed. Ball comes into the box, and that's actually a foul by a Swansea player, and the pressure's taken off Leeds, and we can take that free kick there. Yeah, Ruggy, if you've just joined us, Mellier's just saved a penalty, so we would have been 1-1. But thank God for that. What a let-off. When you say that, Pierre, are you also watching the game? Or are you just dancing around the room when you see Leeds tick 1-0 on SofaScore? Here's Strauch. Now Piru's dropped deep, gives it to Byram. Byram back now to Strauch. To foul on Byram there by the Swansea midfielder, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. I'm not sure I would have it in me, Pierre, to get that excited about a number ticking over on a screen. I feel like there's definitely a different kind of emotion you get when you're watching it. Here's Meslier. If that is the case, Pierre, then what's the point looking at it on SofaScore? I know it's slightly ahead of it, but like you'd rather have the reaction when we all see it on here. Here's Aronson. Oh, he does really well there, Aronson, to win Leeds a throw-in. Bogle then getting ready to take this one. Here is Bogle. Tries to get it back to Rothwell, but Swansea have taken the ball away. Well, that's fair enough excuse then, to be fair, Pierre. Lewis O'Brien, cheating little scumbag who just got a fake penalty. Oh, Burnley have taken the lead. Bogle. Rodon. I think it was a very soft penalty. I can understand why it's been given, but I think considering some of the ones that we haven't been given, it's mad that one would be. Here's Rothwell. They are trying to press us a lot in the midfield. When the ball comes into midfield, Leeds are being closed down a lot, but Ampadu with the ball over the top, just too much on it there, and it goes all the way through to Vigouroux. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, everybody. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Throw in there to Swansea. No foul. There was a couple of Swansea players complaining that it was a foul, and now Leeds trying to force Swansea to go backwards, and they're doing an effective job of that as they've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's a long ball forward there from Leeds by Dan James, I think, and it just was too far for Solomon. Here's Melier. Sends that one long. Chested down here. Too much time probably there from a Leeds point of view. Here's Ben Cabango. Anywhere I go, I make Cabango. Throw in here to Key on the right-hand side of that Swansea defence. Here's Vigouroux. Ampadu and Bogle. No, never mind. It was a throw-in anyway. Here's Aronson. Great feet there from Aronson. Now Pirou. Back again to Bogle. Unlucky there as the ball's taken away. But now Swansea tried to come forward, but good tackle there from Ampadu. Stops that in its tracks. Such clean footwork from Tanaka. Tanaka's not on the pitch, Isaac. That was Brendan Aronson. Good foot there. And it's going to be a Swansea throw-in. Yeah, I think Ramazani and that are on the bench, aren't they? Let's have a little look. Leeds' bench consists of Junior Firpo, Laji Ramazani, Matteo Joseph, Ao Tanaka, Joshua Gilavogi. It's actually not Joshua, it's Joshua. And I've only just noticed that. Carl Darlow, Wilfred Nonto, Isaac Schmidt, and Ilya Gruev. So a couple of good game changers on there, like Carl Darlow and Joshua Gilavogi. Here's Bogle trying to come forward and eventually wins a free kick for Leeds. Good play there by Bogle, gaining some yardage. Ampadu's playing fairly well. There's been a couple of passes where he's just trying to get his eye in with those long balls forward, not quite on the money, but his tackling and breaking things up in midfield has been really good. He's been like an extra defender at times to really help out at the back, which has been good. Here's Solomon out on the left-hand side. Ampadu falls over there, and now the ball's back with Lewis O'Brien. And that's going to be given as a foul. So soft. Lewis O'Brien's annoying me more and more the more I see of him. Another free kick to Swansea here. This time on Ronald minus the O. Why would we sell our keeper to you next season, Tom? That makes no sense. You wouldn't be able to... The amount that Leeds fans complain about Meslier, Swansea still wouldn't be able to afford him by any stretch. Megson Utilities, is that run by Gary Megson? That's one of the sponsors going around Elland Road then. Yeah, what's Bamford doing? Ball into the box. Oh my God, Leeds have absolutely got so lucky there. Ball into the box, hit the post and bounced straight back into Mellier's gloves. But again, why are we giving stupid free kicks away? Solomon, for no reason, elbows the guy in the face. Solomon, for no reason, elbows a guy in the face and gives him a free kick. How many times have we seen that? Like Liam Cooper would go out and make a foul out on the right-hand side and they'd have a chance to cross the ball in and they'd just score from it. Needless free kicks in those positions. Here's Rothwell. Now Ampadu. Into Aronson, who takes a great touch given how hard that pass was at him. Here's Solomon. Solomon, ball taken off him there. No, good tackle there by Rothwell. Then another good tackle by Byron, but the referee decides to cheat and give that as a free kick against Leeds. You've got the ball perfectly well there, Byron, and it's so annoying. Ball back with Vigouroux now in the Swansea goal. They could have been William, but the most important thing is that they're not. I feel like whatever happens in a game, John Beast, there's some sort of statement like that Leeds fans will make. We are a very negative fan base. What we should be thinking is, we've got lucky there. Maybe it's our day. We've just given away another free kick as well, by the way. And guess who dived on the floor for it? Oh, yeah. O'Brien. Minutes applause going around the ground now because it's the 25th minute and it's also the 25th anniversary of Chris and Kev. So Leeds United fans are all turning around. Yeah, the referee's actually going to let them kind of stop the game for a second whilst they do it. Some Swansea players joining in and clapping, and some of them not. Afternoon, Ben. Now Solomon coming forward. It was a poor free kick from Swansea. Ball into Aronson's just not very good. Solomon's having a stinker. Solomon's having a really poor game so far. All he's really done is given away a free kick and given the ball away multiple times. Here's Rodon, who can clear that one, but a bit of a rushed clearance, and it ends up actually being caught by the Swansea manager. Wouldn't be opposed to seeing Ramazani at half-time. Here are Swansea with the ball again. Tanaka did play internationally as well, so that might be why. If I got that right, what a strange line. They've changed their lineup. The cheat. In the preview, it said 5-3-2, and it had. Why is it saying that Lewis O'Brien is one of their strikers, and that Delquart, who I originally had as one of their strikers, is now their left back, and they're playing 4 at the back? How's that make any sense? Here's Byram. Piru back to Byram again. Now the ball's actually come off Byram. It's going to be a Swansea throw-in. I hate to say it, because when he first came back, I was like, oh yeah, we've got Byram back. Like, he used to play for us years ago, and there was that kind of like nostalgia feeling of him being back again. But the more I see Byram play, the more I get frustrated by his, not necessarily lack of ability, but his lack of being able to do what Farke wants him to do. Swansea are counter-attacking here down the left-hand side. Shot across the face of goal, and Meslier is able to save that one. Yeah, Leeds giving the ball away in the midfield, and that's what leads to an attack from them every time. Who's crap, Dave? Leeds just trying to force Swansea back here, and they do a good job of that. Here's Vigouroux. Oh, Sam Byram. Yeah, sorry, I didn't know. Because sometimes it's a bit further up in the chat, so I didn't know when it was put in. Yeah, I must say that I do get very frustrated with Byram. And I don't understand why we wouldn't play Schmidt over him. Here's Cabango. Cabango's long ball over the top is not very good, and Meslier can just get a goal kick. No, it's a bit of both, to be honest, but Swansea are on top at the moment, Andy, I would say. Swansea are definitely on top, having the better of it. Is Meslier. Rodon tries to clear it, but he's closed down there, and he's getting very frustrated. Oh, now Bogle's been dispossessed. And now they're coming back into the box here. Chance for them to cross it. Meslier can just catch that one, but still, we are. The thing is, yeah, John B saying Byram is very one-footed, to be fair, but yeah, we're playing him at left back, and his one foot is his right foot. Chewy saying looks like their pressing is quite effective, while Stars just isn't. Yeah, they seem to be able to play through the lines even whilst we're pressing, don't they? Right, Swan saying, you've said be positive. You just said be positive, and you have just criticised Byram and Solomon. Both have played well this season. The team's not playing well, but we will. Yeah, but hold on a sec. Leeds going forward here. Come back to that. Here's Peru. Can he get the ball across? It's a corner kick to Leeds. Yeah, but the thing is, White Swan, we are still allowed to make individual constructive criticisms in games. Otherwise, I'm not saying that you can never say anyone's bad. I'm saying that be positive, because we are often doom and gloom about the whole squad and the whole club, and everyone's basically like, that's a short corner, so that doesn't count as direct, even if we do score, which we won't, because it's gone right back out again. Another cross into the box here, headed by Byron, bounced safely into the gloves of Vigouroux there. I'm talking about be positive about the club in general. Of everyone's saying, "Oh, we're so bad, whatever." Not, I know everyone's not saying that, but that's the general gist. What I'm saying is, maybe it's our day. Maybe we're getting lucky. Maybe we're actually getting luck come back our way. But you are still allowed to criticize players who aren't doing very well, and identify that they might actually need to be substituted. I wouldn't be getting a contract for Byram in the Premier League. No, I think that would be done at that point. We had him back for a bit, and it's pretty good while it lasted, but yeah. But that's just what happens, Clive, isn't it? In different positions, there's different consequences to not to making a mistake. So some players get it a lot worse than others. Headed away by Rothwell, and then it's gone over to the back post. It's going to be a corner to Swansea. It was actually Rothwell who flicked that one on. It was Rothwell who flicked that one on towards the back post there, and he nearly got on one of the Swansea players, Cullen, I think it was, nearly got on the end of the header. But now they have a corner. Corner comes in, poor corner, and Peru does well to clear that one. Headed away there by Ampadu, I think it was. Good defending from him. Swansea do still have the ball, though. Ooh. Kind of sore head from my headphones, just as Strauch heads that one away. Long ball forward here from Swansea, headed away. Afternoon, Steve. Welcome to the chat. What time is it where you are? It's 3:36 here. I don't think so, Pierre. Not that I've seen. Maybe I might have been reading the chat when he got one. 4:36. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Here's Bogle. Now Rothwell. Bogle across to Rodon. Rothwell with a long ball down the line for Bogle. Bogle trying to get there ahead of Delacroix. It's not going to run. The ball stopped. The player was trying to shield it out there, but now Leeds have won it back. Here's Dan James inside the box. Oh, tries to get it to Aronson. It's just a little touch from the Swansea defender, takes it away. Here's Rothwell now. One Leeds a throw in. All right, thanks, Robert. I didn't even realise. I must have been reading the chat at the time. If you're on a computer, Steve, you could be in all of them at once, opening new tabs. Solomon's so weak there and the ball taken off him. Ball all the way back to the Swansea goalkeeper now. Here's Delacroix. Now Lewis O'Brien. Poor passing him there, but Solomon could have got there, I think, but he slipped. Now Key. Now to the right-hand side for Ronald. Here's O'Brien. Good header by Strauch, and Melier can actually... Well, he's chested it down, but he can pick it up. Here's Dan James. Fouled there for no reason by Delacroix, and he's going to get himself a yellow card. He just comes and takes him out for no reason. Yeah, so now Delacroix is on a yellow card, and he's facing up against Dan James all game for the next, well, till half time, and then an entire half on a yellow card against Dan James. So I think he'll be having a nervous poo at half time. Thank you, Mr. P, for the that was great timing, wasn't it? Thank you, Mr. P, for the super chat saying £2 Leeds goal. Hopefully Leeds get a good. It doesn't matter how good the goal is, just as long as it's a goal. Let me make sure we. Where is it? Hasn't come through yet on the YouTube app. I'm just trying to make sure that I like it. Chat's updating, and there's hundreds of chats coming through on the thingy. I never set a super chat goal either. Here's Swansea crossing it into the box, away by Rodon. Very good. Leeds win a free kick there, and we can get the ball away. It's still Red Bull, I think, but I think it's a thing that they're doing to support people who've got spinal injuries. Thank you so much for the super chat. For some reason, the super chat goal button thing isn't working. But yeah, there you go. Byram did play for West Ham, yeah. Played for West Ham and Norwich. He's Aronson. Strauch now. That's apparently a Swansea throw in when I would have thought it was a Leeds one. Just 1 second. I just need to check something. Where's the button for that? I'll just be 30 seconds. Sorry, love. Ooh. I am back. Centre half there heads it back to the goalkeeper. For some reason, it won't let me get rid of this. So 1 second. Right, we're back. How annoying. No, the dog went downstairs on her own, and I was just a bit worried because the banister has no spindles in it at the moment, whilst we're having the joiner do the flooring and stuff. So it's a potential fall-in risk for her. So I just wanted to check that she was down there and okay. So I've shut her in the kitchen now. Cat's fine because she'll always land on her feet, but it's not the case for the dog. It's a Jaden Bogle throw in here. Rodon heads that. Byram up against Ronald out on the right-hand side. Into the box, headed away. 4 added minutes. 4 added minutes. Rodon's down again. Well, It's for... When I look at the camera, it's just because I'm checking that it's not overheating or anything, so I'm not just, like, doing weird eye contact, just every now and again, just breaking the fourth wall and being like... Meslier with a long goal kick forward. Dan James goes up for the header. Won by Ampadu. Then Aronson back to Bogle. Bogle with a ball forward. It's going to bounce all the way through to Vigouroux, the Swansea goalkeeper, though. Long ball forward there from Vigouroux. Now Byram. Strauch. It's a throw into Leeds. Yeah, it's not really... It's been a bit of a nothing first half after that goal. A lot of Swansea play. Here's Solomon. Into Piru. Back to Solomon again. Can he switch the play? No, he's gone back to Rothwell. Now Ampadu plays it down the line for a non-existent Dan James, but he does win Leeds a free kick. I'd like to see Ramazani on the left-hand side. Potentially a substitution as well where Nonto comes on and plays the number 10 role. I think those two would be two good substitutions I would like to see, I think. Oh, you've made a bit of a... who was that? It was Jeff Biss. You've made a bit of a faux pas there in the land of Nottingham. Nottingham Forest fans hate it if you call them Notts Forest because that's not what they're called. They're called Nottingham Forest, and Notts County are the ones that are called Notts. And yes, there's a little bit of kind of a faux pas between those teams that you only call one of them Notts and the other one Nottingham. And just as we end on that really boring fact, that is halftime, and that kind of sums up the first half. I think I'm going to go and eat one crumpet and then come back. So short break, and then we'll come back for the second half where hopefully we can, hopefully we can go and win this game. Let's reset the timer, put it on the second half, and then we'll do a little BRB thing. All right. See you shortly, everyone. Sorry, I said that one felt gross, Chewy. Hi, I'm back. You made crumpets. Bloody hell. I feel like we're leaning a bit too far down here. That's better. And then we can just relax. Let's lean the chair back a bit. It's Leeds, after all, isn't it? We always win. Like, there's no need to be stressed out about Leeds. Never's been a reason to be stressed about Leeds. No, Burnley haven't won yet. You're right. That's a good point. I'm guessing it's half time at 1-0 in their game. Yeah, Burnley 1-0 up, Sunderland 1. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I keep including Sunderland in the title race still. I don't know why. But it's just Burnley and Sheffield United we need to be worrying about. Why is it 3 as well as last season? If it was just us and Sheffield United or just us and Burnley, there's no stress, is there? There's no drama. But because it's us, Sheffield United and Burnley, there's always a chance that one of us doesn't make it. And let's hope it's Burnley. Actually, no, let's hope it's Sheffield United because of ham sandwich face, whatever he's called. It was a very scrappy goal, our first. It's just annoying, isn't it? Yeah, Wilder. Yeah, it's just very annoying that there's 3 teams competing for it, not 2. Would I make changes at half time? Liam B is saying. See, that's the thing. I'm not sure. I think if it was me myself, I would, but I don't think Farker will. I would bring on Nonto for Aronson, and I would bring on that other fella, Ramazani, for Solomon, and I would say change the game. Go out there and change the game for me. It's not working the way it is at the moment. Potentially looking at Tanaka later on in the game, maybe. Yeah. Do you know what's annoying? It's the same as last season, where actually, when you looked at it, other than Southampton, we were better than all the other teams who were competing for the title because we beat them. We beat Leicester home and away. We beat Ipswich home and away. But because they're better than everybody else, and we bottle it over a full season, we didn't go up. It's the same this season. We're better than Burnley and we're better than Sheffield United, but they seem to be better than everybody else. It was okay. Let's say what Joe Rodon's tackle on Lewis O'Brien. It wasn't a Stonewall penalty, and it was a soft one, let's say. But let's just say that Joe Rodon should never have been making a challenge there. Lewis O'Brien's going away from goal, no danger from him really. So there was no need to make the challenge. Thankfully, Meslier made a really good penalty save. Since 2018, that's the first time we've saved a penalty, apparently. Yeah, see, I'd like to see Nonto in the 10 though, because I think he was really good against. No, what I mean, Trev, is we're better than them because we beat them head to head twice. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're better than them against everybody else and over the course of a season. I'm saying head to head, we're better than them because we beat them twice. Then it's frustrating that over a season we don't play as well against other teams. That's what I'm saying. And the same last season when we beat Ipswich home and away and we beat Leicester home and away. But over the course of a season, we weren't able to get the job done. I don't think we particularly left ourselves much room for any more kind of let-offs this second half. I think we've rode our luck enough, and I would like to see us go and get a second goal. Yeah, imagine that was a shock, Tasha, to see that it didn't say 1-1 after a penalty against Leeds. Because like they just said in the studio, it's the first time since 2018 that Leeds have saved a penalty. Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying, Trev. I'm saying against other teams, they may well be better than us. But against each other, we beat them twice. So we're clearly capable of being the best team in the league. We just don't seem to be able to do it consistently against the worst teams. Yeah, Robert Wetzel saying Firpo and Ramazani to come on at some point. Yeah, Big Chaz is saying to have Melier save a penalty and Aronson score. If Bamford was here, he would bag a hat trick at this rate. Yeah, it's the day for unlikely heroes. So although that is a bit harsh to be fair, Aronson scored like 12 or 13 goals this season. But yeah, we have got Tanaka, Nonto, and Ramazani on the bench, who I think could all have a go at being game changers if they were to be substituted on. Excuse me. We kicked off at 3 and it's now 4:03, so we should second half should be kicking off any second now, surely. We had the plus 4 minutes as well, which took us to 3:49. So that means your 15 minutes is just about up. Leeds United stats. Let's have a look. So, do you know what? It's easier to do it on Transfermarkt. It's not working, but all right. I wanted to find out. Here we go. So, if we. Here we go. So, Brendan Aronson is our third top scorer out of all of our players with 8 goals. So, I mean, I don't really know what you want to do with that information, but it does. Solomon's only scored 7. Nonto scored 5. Consider how much that Solomon's played in the first team and how much everybody. I mean, to be fair, it's the assists as well. Where are the assists? I'd like to see assists as well, please. Overview squad. Let's go to detailed. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Stats. I want goals and assists, not just goals. How annoying. Does it get... No, it doesn't even get bigger if you do that. Oh, detailed. Here we go. So Brendan Aronson, 8 goals and 2 assists. It's not bad, is it, really? Considering that Nonto's on 5 goals, 5 assists. Although, to be fair, Strauch's also on 5 goals, which is not great for Nonto, is it? Considering. We are going to kick off any second now. Let's go back. Put you there. There we go. We are underway at Elland Road at currently still 1-0. Farker always does like to try and get into the players and give them a chat before changing things, because realistically, it shouldn't just be about what players are on the pitch, should it? And even if you change players, a game could stay the exact same unless you change players and change a slight thing about the way you're playing. So he's obviously got into them at halftime and said, I want you to do more of this. I want you to do more of this. And let's see how that pans out. As Dan James goes and tries to cross it towards the back post. It's way over Byram's head, and it's going to be a goal kick there to Swansea. Pirro needs 2 goals against the top of the list. Who's top scorer at the moment? Championship. Top scorers. Has Borja Sainz scored 2 more goals? Or was he always on? Oh, no, because I thought Pirro and Borja Sainz were both on 15. Here's Dan James trying to get the ball up on the right wing, and he does get it back here. Does really well there, Dan James. Rothwell's an option. Plays it down the line to Aronson, who's instantly dispossessed. How frustrating. And Purdue tries to play a ball over the top there. It's far too much on it. He's a bit rusty with those types of passes. And Purdue, I must say. Oh, Man City playing, Tom. Why are you supporting them now? Although, to be fair, I shouldn't be beefing with Tom because Feathers McGraw is rather intimidating. I don't want to mess with Feathers McGraw. I was being sarcastic, CB, because he said, come on, City. The ball's going to roll all the way back to Melier, who can just play it across now to Rodon. Oh, see, it's so hard to tell with a text comment, whether it's sarcasm or not. Why is it so dark on my thing? It's actually bright where I am. Figueroa's going to clear that one long. And Purdue, and he plays that one all the way back to Melier. I'd love to get a second goal. I really would. I think it'd settle us down so much. You sure you just weren't eating too many beans last night, Paul? Swansea played the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. There's a crisp packet on Elland Road at the moment, and it's more entertaining than the football. Here's Solomon to Byram. Getting cut out, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds. You see, the thing is, I think it's a combination of things as well in this game. And I think when you've got one side of your team that really just isn't working very well, it can really hamper you. And I feel like the fact that Solomon and Byram are our entire left-hand side, and neither of them are playing particularly well, it kind of shuts off half your attacking ability, doesn't it? So if you were to bring on Firpo and Ramazani, I think you'd have an absolute stormer down that side. Here's Rodon. Aronson's trying to win that one back, and now James is going to go and press. Ball played back to the goalkeeper. Headed away by Rodon. Now Aronson tries to come forward and win it, but taken away. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Advantage as he plays the ball out to the left-hand side. That's going to go out for a Leeds throw in, though. Strauch with a good ball over the top there for Solomon into the corner. He needs to find an option here into Byram. Byram in the box towards the back post, and it's just gone out for a goal kick. Swansea able to come forward here now. Over to the left-hand side. Rodon blocks that, but it is going to be a Leeds goal kick, actually. Yeah, there is something that really annoys me about Lewis O'Brien, and I'm not sure what it was. Here's Rothwell, who does so well there to get the ball out to Dan James. Leeds have got a good attack on here. Here's Dan James. Can he pull it? He should have pulled it back there. What are you doing, Dan? Make the right decision. It's half our problem is our decision making. You either play the ball into the corridor of uncertainty where you've got multiple players waiting in the box, or you cut it back to Aronson on the edge, not hold on for it for too long. Here's Melier. Now Strauch. Peru. Nice first time ball to Byram, who flicks it around the corner for Solomon. Solomon comes backwards here to Ampadu, who's dispossessed. Solomon's been going backwards a lot in this game. Here's O'Brien trying to play the ball forward. Melier can come out and claim that one against Ronald. Yeah, look, Tanaka to come on for Ampadu. Yep, Tanaka's getting ready. If Tanaka comes on for Ampadu, Ramazani for Solomon, and Firpo for Byram, I think that will be a great. I think that would be a great situation for us in terms of substitutions. Byram back to Strauch and now back to Melier. First time pass now from Melier to Rodon, who plays it into the midfield for Ampadu. Back to Rothwell again. Rothwell with the ball over the top here for Dan James. Dan James with a chance to get the ball across the box. Dan James tackled there, and he's going to let that go out for a corner kick. Rothwell's coming across to take this corner then. Rothwell crossed in, headed away there. It's going to be another corner to Leeds, though. Still don't think Tanaka is going to be brought on before this next corner. I mean, Trev, he has got this team firing because we've scored the most goals and conceded the second least. So you've got to say that we've been doing well over the course of the season. And look, at present, we're on the same amount of points, so you can't say that they're firing more than we are, really. Here's Rothwell. Aronson. Now Solomon. Back here to Rothwell. Can Rothwell get the ball in the box? Instead, he plays it out to the right-hand side for Bogle. Bogle tries to cross it. It hits the arse end of Delacroix, I think, and he's both almost come back to the halfway line. Here's Rodon. Now Strauch. Was Tony Dorigo saying, Leeds are now at least pinning them back a little bit more, but we have just given the ball away, and that's a chance for them to come forward. Yeah, now they've got the ball again and no pressure on them, so it's... Well, now they've given the ball away, and now Aronson can come forward. Here is Aronson. Here's Dan James. Aronson shoot. Oh, sorry. Dan James shoots with his left foot, just curled wide of the post there. So Leeds are making a substitution. Yeah, Ampadu is off, and Tanaka. Tanaka comes in then. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. There's 100 people in this chat. See, the thing is, I think players like Ampadu and Gruev are going to be so much more valuable in the Premier League if we get promoted, because you need players who are more defensive minded in the Premier League. We're going to have a mind shift to be like, these players have to be strong defensively in midfield. And whilst Rothwell and Tanaka have been decent defensively, they'll be facing a much higher level of challenge if we do get promoted. So I do think that Ampadu and Gruev will be more valuable in the Premier League if we go up, because we're not going to dominate every game like we are pretty much in the Championship. That's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Delquart. Oh, yeah, sorry. He's already on a yellow card from earlier on in the game. Good ball there into Dan James as he tries to... Oh, he's kept it in there. He's done really well. Here's Aronson. Inside the box, Aronson chips it across. Piru! What a save by the goalkeeper. Aronson chips it across to Piru. He volleyed it. The goalkeeper saved it onto the post and it came back out again. So unlucky there for Leeds. So unlucky. Great bit of play by Dan James. Aronson did so well to find Piru with that little pass. And then Piru did well to improvise basically with the strike. And the goalkeeper saves it onto the post. Tanaka does so well to clear that. Whilst being fouled, he somehow managed to spin 180 and clear the ball there. Strauk's going to, Tanaka's going to leave this for Meslier to take this free kick just on the edge of his own box. Now Strauk. Back again to Meslier. One more would give us that security, wouldn't it, Steve? Just a bit of extra kind of, yeah, security is the word, I think. Good foot there from Tanaka. He's everywhere already, Tanaka. Aronson, he's been in and out of it, I think, Tamsterman. I think sometimes he's been really good and carrying the ball well and playing good passes. Other times it's wrong decision made there or lost the ball, for example. So he's kind of been in and out of it. Ooh. Cat's been asleep this whole time behind me on the bed. Oh, she woke up to lick herself for a little bit and then just went back to sleep. His key. Now O'Brien. Here's Cabango. Cut out there by Solomon. Good feet from Solomon, but a foul by Key. And it's going to be Leeds to have the free kick here in the kind of left back position. Here's Tanaka. Bogle plays that one forward. Way forward there with his weak foot. It's going to bounce all the way through to their goalkeeper, Vigouroux. Now Cabango. Here's Darling. Now Cabango. Poor ball from Cabango. It's a throw into Leeds. Byram to take it. Here's Tanaka keeping the ball and plays the Tanaka. That's really poor. Tanaka's just given them a corner kick from way outside our own box. He's just turned around and kicked it straight out for a corner. He meant to pass it back to Meslier, obviously, but he just sliced it, and it was a really, really bad situation to give away from nothing. Yeah, we have been doing a fair bit of defending. Volleyed from the edge of the box, and Meslier had to make a save there. The ball was headed out to the edge of the box there, and Ronald had a shot from the edge of the box on the volley, and Meslier had to tip it round the post. Yeah, it was a good strike. It was going right towards that bottom corner, and Meslier had to be alive to see through the crowd there. Mellier's having a good game. Corner comes in. Mellier's dropped it again. Mellier's dropped it again. I just said, yeah, Meslier is having a good game, and he's just dropped the ball on their foot. Oh, Meslier, you don't help yourself, mate. You're going to get absolutely slaughtered. You're going to get absolutely slaughtered online. Do me a favor, Meslier, just don't check your phone for about a week. Wow. I hope we score another one and win anyway, but I hope for Mellier's sake we go and score another one. If we score another 1 or 2, I think Mellier's kind of forgotten about. But if we don't and we draw this game, see, the thing is, it's annoying because he saved a penalty, and now he's just basically gone, oh, do you know what? I'll even things up. I'll make up for that. There you go. Here's Key. Now back to Ronald. Tries to cross it in. Blocked there by Byram. The corner came in. Meslier jumped to catch it. Dropped it as he was falling. And then Key, Darling, I think it was actually, just played the ball underneath him as he was still falling and scored. He was very much alive to it, the Swansea defender, but the problem is we don't have anyone better than Meslier. Meslier gathers that one as it's shot. Is Cullen in the penalty area? No, Nick Jennings, because how on earth was that anything to do with Farker? How can you possibly blame Meslier dropping the ball on Farker? Some people are just like never logical. Meslier is usually really good for the next sort of 5 to 10 games after a howler, so hopefully that means that he's good for the run-in now. What can we do though, Trev? If you think Darlow's better or Alex Cairns, there's no hope. They're not better than Meslier. That's the problem. There's no. What can we do about it? You can't drop him because the other goalkeepers who've got in reserve are not good enough. Darlow can be worse, hence why he's not had a look in at all. Yeah, what about Tanaka playing it straight into touch for a corner, which led to that? Tanaka just played it straight into touch gave away a corner. They had a first corner. Meslier pulled off a really good save, and then the second corner he makes a mistake. So if Tanaka had never just played the ball out for a corner in the first place, we wouldn't have conceded there. So it's not just Meslier's fault. It's just stupid stuff all around. Here's Aronson. Oh my God. Leeds are trying to come forward and Aronson just doesn't make a decision. Tanaka, now Piru. Piru shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper. It's going to be a Leeds throw in by the corner flag. Now Rothwell. Rodon. Strauch. Byram. Byram foul, but nothing given. Rothwell still going, but it's just pulling on his shirt. I hate that shirt pulling thing. So annoying. Why am I seeing a close-up of Franco, whoever the hell he is, whilst Leeds are attacking? Sometimes the footage is absolutely horrendous. Leeds, look, now is the time to make subs. If it wasn't before, now is the time to make subs. Bring on Ramazani. Bring on Firpo. Byram's washed. He really isn't good enough to play in that position. Yeah, now Firpo is warming up. Apparently, Mateo Joseph's one of them as well. Just not really what I wanted to see. Now Piru's down limping. Here's Ronald. Cross into the box, and it's bounced away over to the other side here. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Back again to Delcroix. Long ball down the line there, and Strauch can come across and clear it up. Byron back to Strauch. Strauch to Meslier. Meslier to Rodon. That's Delcroix. He's going to have to go here. If the referee doesn't send him off, then the referees association has no credibility whatsoever. Sorry. How on earth he's still on the pitch? It's only because he's already got a yellow card, which isn't how the rules work. There's no context that somebody's already got a yellow card. So Byram off. Junior Firpo on at last. Solomon off. Ramazani on. And Joseph, who is number 19, has also come on for Solomon. There you go. So annoying, isn't it? Swansea are going to make a couple of subs as well. That's just... It just feels like cheating, doesn't it? Delcroix on a yellow card makes a yellow card challenge, doesn't get sent off for a second yellow, and then is able to be substituted. Wow. Here's Tanaka. Now Rothwell. Bogle. Rothwell again. Come on, Leeds. James tries to cross it in. Oh, it's bounced off there. Cabango looked like it could have been a handball in the box, but referee is scared of his own shadow, so he won't give anything. Strouk. Here's Dan James on the sprint to cross the ball in towards the back post. Such a bad cross from Dan James. Such a bad cross. No, it's funny that, isn't it, Pierre? Strange. It's going to be a Leeds throw in. Furpo can go and get that one. Here's Mateo Joseph. Joseph tackled. Cleared away there by Swansea. Headed away by Strouk as well there. Now Piru. Furpo back to Ramazani. Ramazani not strong enough there, and now Swansea come away with the ball. Bogle does well, though, to intercept that, and now Leeds might be on the break here. Bogle comes forward. Swansea have got players back, but Bogle gets it back again, though, Bogle. Here is Bogle still. Oh, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Why are you shooting from there? He's just absolutely banged it into the crowd. Really poor from Bogle. Just keep it moving. I would rather have seen Nonto come on in the 10 for Aronson than Joseph come on and then Nonto come on for James. Headed away by Rothwell. Piru on the chase. Oh, actually, it's Mateo Joseph on the chase. But Cabango comes away with it and clears it. Cabango, I think he thinks he's some sort of long-range passing ball-playing defender, but he's really not, and just every single time he passes a long ball, it either goes into touch or flies all the way through to the goalkeeper. Rothwell. Good ball to Dan James here. Dan James shoots! Goalkeeper spills it! It's going to be a corner to Leeds. Seriously, Mateo Joseph, keep the ball in. We're so bad at corners that you're better off keeping it in. We can hold on to a 1-0 lead. We're famous for it over the last, however long Farke's been in. Rothwell's corner. Comes in towards the caught easily by the goalkeeper. Cleared away there by Cabango again. Furpo wins it back. Now Tanaka. Strouk. Tanaka, Rothwell. Into Rodon. Tanaka. Good ball from Tanaka. Back to Ramazani. It's a good tackle though by the Swansea player, and he's gonna roll round for ages here, is he? No, you can't just. Oh, come on. Come on. Really poor refereeing. He's had an absolute stinker. It's blatant time wasting. Yeah, I don't understand why he let it out for a corner. We're so bad at corners that you're much better off keeping it in and trying to play. I can't believe Mellier's done it again. Well, two Swansea players, I think, have got to go off the pitch for at least the next 30 seconds. So they're down to 9 men temporarily. I'm having beans on toast, Chewy. To commiserate. A couple of substitutions then from Swansea are about to happen, I think. That's going to be a throw into Leeds, surely. Yeah, it is. Here's Rodon. It's obviously a combination of things, though, Trev. It's not always just one thing. Rodon. Now Dan James. Back again to Rodon. Swansea just going to sit deeper and deeper here. Jesus Christ, Rodon. Plays it straight into touch. Bloody hell, Joe Allen's coming on. Is he still playing? I didn't have a crumpet in the end, Andy. I thought I wouldn't have time to toast it, so I just had a slice of bread. That is quite a funny chant, though, to be fair. It's a very random charity, isn't it? Spinal cord research. Spinal cord injury research. He's off the pitch, the Swansea player, so we can play on. Yeah, he's way off the pitch, so we can carry on. There's no. Oh, Brian's got himself a yellow card. The moany barstool. Headed away by Rodon. Headed away again by Rodon. Now Rothwell. Now Tanaka heads it away. The ball's still in the air. Finally brought down by Joe Allen, and now Bogle has it. Tanaka, Piru tries to play it forward, and he does play it forward. It's a great ball into Dan James who's almost in behind here. He falls over, I think, rather than being fouled. Headed away by Strauch from that long goal kick. O'Brien here. Tackled there by Piru, but the ball doesn't quite go to a Leeds player. Here's Bogle. I mean, it sums it up, this game, that our goal was a tackle. We scored a tackle. It's a free kick to Leeds. Nonto's coming on. Nonto on. Dan James off. Here's Rodon. Bogle. Nonto again. Now Bogle with a chance to cross the ball in. It was going to make it all the way to Mateo Joseph, but Cabango sends it flying over the bar. Corner for Leeds, Rothwell to take. Ball comes into the box. Headed by Strauch out to the edge. Then Nonto! Why the hell did people spoil it for me in the chat? I say so many times, please don't spoil it. But Nonto has scored, and it's 2-1 to Leeds. Blasted in from the edge of the box there for Nonto. Let's just say it's a direct corner goal as well, shall we? Let's reset that. But wow. 2-1 to Leeds. Why doesn't he start in the number 10 instead of what's his face? He's done so well at Nonto. That's the only type of goal that goes in, isn't it? From those situations where it's bobbled out to the edge and you have to hit it low and hard for it to go in. Wow. Well, let's hope we score a third. Come on, Leeds. Come on. Oh, yep, the score. That's a good shout. Yoink. So, yeah, free kick here to Swansea. Why have we given them a free kick straight away after scoring it? Another 2 substitutions here for Swansea. I don't know how many minutes will be added on to this. Maybe 1, 2 or 3. I'm going to guess 3 minutes added time onto this, given the... Oh, actually, no, the substitutions and stuff as well. So maybe another 4 minutes. Excuse me. Ball comes into the box, flicked on, and it's flicked over the bar by a Swansea player to much to the happiness of the Leeds fans behind the goal. John Shaw's asking if it's now for time for Darlow. I think Darlow's a bit crap. Like, I think he would be making more than that. I think Darlow would be making more mistakes than that. Firpo flicks that one on. Firpo again with a tackle. I'm sorry, Firpo's at least 2 or 3 times the player that Byram is, especially for that position. Bogle challenging for that and forcing Swansea to go backwards here. Here's Key. Now Allen. 7 added minutes. 7 minutes. Great tackle by Rodon there. Cleared with his left foot down the line. Headed away again by him and flicked on one by Piru. It's all the substitutions. I think they add 30 seconds to a minute on for every sub. And there's been a lot of subs. Leeds have made 4. Swansea made 5, I think. Here's Piru. Piru gives the ball away, but Ramazani can't quite get it back. Nonto scored. Issy Gaming. Nonto scored. Good tackle there by Ramazani. Ramazani's having a go at their manager. Here. I'm not sure why. Here's Cabango. Now Key. Oh, he's just absolutely nutmegged Ramazani. Firpo. Gives that to Piru. Now Ramazani. Oh, Ramazani's absolutely done Cabango, and Ramazani's on a run here. Oh, Ramazani, what are you doing, man? Why did you just give up? And now Tanaka's going to get himself a yellow card. Yellow card for the Swansea manager. He's just come out of his technical area again, so that's another yellow card. Give him another one. Send him off. Send him off. Headed away by Firpo there. Bogle's trying to clear this one. Piru's done so well there. Here's Nonto. Nonto didn't really have any options there. And now Bogle sends it long up towards Ramazani, who takes a great touch and then is pulled down there. Referee's not giving it. Referee is genuinely awful. 3 minutes left here. Mellier's got a goal kick. Oh, I did say at the time it was a really good penalty save. Meslier sends that one long up to the halfway line. Firpo challenges for it, but it goes all the way through to Joseph. But it's going to be a Swansea throw-in. No, it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. I think it probably should have been a Swansea throw-in. Come on, Leeds. Joseph challenging for it there in the final third, right by the corner. Doing well there, Joseph. Oh, he's giving away a free kick, though. Oh, it'll be the howler, Big Chazza, because everybody loves to hate. We like, as Leeds fans, we like negativity. I'm not speaking for everyone, of course, but as a general rule, Leeds fans like negativity more than they like positivity. Hence, when we beat Cardiff 7-0, that got 1,400 views on my channel. When we lost against Portsmouth 1-0, that got 2,400. Is Firpo then with the throw-in. Oh, they're in the box. Oh my God, they've scored. Oh my God, they've scored. Just CB and saying, thanks again, Max. Poor performance, but hopefully 3 points. Well, actually, it's 1 point now because they've just scored. It's just gone right through Meslier. Thank you very much for the super chat, though, CB. I really appreciate that. It'll make it sting slightly less, but Jesus Christ, it's an absolute mess. It looks like there's about 100 players in the outside the box there, and he just blasts it, and it just goes through Meslier and into the back of the net. Jesus Christ. What on earth? Here's Strauch. What is that? He just chipped it all the way through to the goalkeeper as if to say, go on, just blow the final whistle. Yeah, they'll be out of the top two for the first time in ages as well. And apparently that's a foul as well because this referee is just absolutely shite. Well, that's the end of it. Absolute shite. I'm going to do a depressing match reaction now and put that out. So look out for that. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. Thanks for the super chats and the memberships and all those sort of things that go to continue to support the channel. I really appreciate that. But they should have had a red card. Meslier shouldn't have made those mistakes. Tanaka shouldn't have kicked it out for a corner. There's so many issues with this performance. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. I'm going to do a match reaction and then just forget about Leeds for the next, well, until the next game. Yeah. Right then. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Let's do that button that's just not appearing now, right now. That one. Bye, everyone.